What's up, Tackle Warehouse fans? Jake here, bringing you this week's episode of What's New TW. Got a bunch of new gear for you today. You know, holiday season, we're right in the middle of it. Now is a great time to get those last-minute gifts, or just buy yourself something extra before something special before the year is over. So the first thing we got, new TW holiday shirt. If you haven't got one of these yet, you want to get one right now while you can, because once these are gone, these are going to be gone forever until we do next year's batch. So limited run, new TW holiday shirt, old school truck pulling a bass boat, sweet design. Next up, we got the new Tackle Warehouse Sling Pack. So awesome little pack, especially if you're doing any kind of pond hopping, just walking the bank, gonna do some stream fishing. A bunch of us in the office, this is gonna be probably the ultimate surf perch bag for us. Just holds just the right amount of gear, it's super comfortable. It's got this big compartment in the middle, so you open it up, you can put a 3600 size box in there, bags of plastics, you name it, it'll hold just the right amount of stuff for just, quick day of fishing. Reinforced pocket on the front, pliers holder, drink holder, D-ring so you can attach some more stuff. So it just slings over one shoulder and then it slides around so you can actually access the compartments while you don't have to take it off. You just slide it around, get your tackle what you need, and you're good to go. Last thing we got a bunch of new hats. So if you haven't checked out the website lately, you need to check out all the new hats. So we got all the new foamy truckers. So we got them in a bunch of different styles, designs, colors. I believe we got about 18 different hats. So if you like the old school foamy truckers, we finally got some new hats for you. We want to check all the different colors and designs we got, because we got a bunch. Next up, from Cumberland Lures, we got a whole bunch of jigs. Now these aren't necessarily new products, but Cumberland's pretty much revamped their whole jig line. So if you're a fan of Cumberland jigs before, you're going to be even more stoked now. So what they've done is they revamped most of the head designs. They're a lot more streamlined now. They've got great powder coating finishes on them, really good looking jigs. And they've converted all their line to Gamakatsu hooks. So everything has got a premium hook on it. They got everything from swim jigs like this guy right here, little bitsy jigs, real small finesse jigs. Couple that I'm super stoked about for the upcoming season, this time of the year. It's gonna be this new Apex Underspin. Just great head design. Again, I can't stress enough how nice the powder coating finish is on all these baits. Got a ball bearing swivel, little blade on there, and that hook is just the perfect size. It's not too big, it's not a heavy wire hook, so you can still run it on that lighter line, run it out deep, and you don't need to have a real heavy hook set to get plenty of hook penetration, especially since it's Gamakatsu hook as well. Another thing they got is their new swim bait head. So they changed the design up a little bit. They put kind of some scalloping in it, so it might give your bait just a little bit more action. That nice double barb keeper on there is going to hold baits really well, and I really like that flat back, so your swim bait's going to match up there really nicely. And they sell these all in a 5-pack, so ideal for Alabama rigs. If you're in a state where you can run 5 hooks, you just need 1 pack and you're good to go on your whole Alabama rig. Real tough finish on there. Gamakatsu hooks, can't ask for more. The other one I'm stoked about is their football jig. So right now it's going to be a great time to be throwing those football jigs out deep. They got that recessed line tie, so to protect your knot, 90-degree line tie too, so you get a lot better action with those. Again, just the perfect hook on there, not super heavy wire, so when you got those long casts, especially out super deep, 40, 50 feet, you're going to get plenty of hook penetration. And they also have finesse football jigs as well, so whatever route you want to go on there. Check out all the new jigs from Cumberland Pro Lures. So next up, from Strike King. So we got the new Strike King Tour Grade Spinnerbait. This is an awesome spinnerbait they came out with at ICAST, and we finally just got in the first batch. We only have a few colors at the moment, but we're supposed to get all the other colors and sizes here just in a few days. Well, what's great about this spinnerbait is it's built on this real flexible wire. So it's a little bit lighter wire, which is great because it's going to help you add vibration, especially when you're using willow leaf blades. Willow leaf blades are usually gives you that more of a flash presentation. They're not known for the vibration, but when you add that light wire in, you're going to get kind of the best of both worlds on there. Another cool thing that Strike King did that's not on any of their other spinner baits is they went to this new streamlined head design. It's kind of a bait fish style with these raked gills on there, kind of a bullet shape, so it's going to go through cover really well. And the main thing is they went to a hand-tied skirt, so it's wire tied on there, so you're not going to have any problems with skirts falling off. You can catch fish after fish, and you're not going to have any skirt issues with it getting torn up or falling off. And then on the hook end, they went to like an O'Shaughnessy style hook, so you can get great hook penetration. Then when the fish get on there, they roll down in that bend, and you're going to land a lot more fish as well because they roll down there and get stuck. Just an awesome spinnerbait. Strike King's been making spinnerbaits for decades. I mean, they started making spinnerbaits, so you know this one's just the next one in the evolution of it, and just a really high quality spinnerbait. All right, we got 2 new hooks here from Lunker City. So the first one here is their new weighted hook. As you can see, pretty HD hook. And what this is for rigging on those big, you know, like 10-inch finesse or magnum size flukes and soft jerk baits and stuff like that. And with all this lead that's poured down into the shank of the hook, so you feed this on those, you know, big finesse fish, you know, those soft plastic jerk baits, and you can basically run those as a top hook bait now instead of using a big giant EWG weightless and having it weedless. So now you got a top hook model. These are gonna be great for using as a teaser in the ocean if you do a little rock cod fishing, so you can rig up a couple of these and be able to run a lot of teasers. Another cool thing this is gonna be good for is if you got any like big oversized soft plastic swim baits that you typically run weedless, but you wanna somehow rig them as a top hook but not on a jig head, you know, this is gonna get all that weight inside the bait, and then you're gonna have a full top hook on there. So this is a 9/0 version. We are gonna be getting a 7/0 version, a little bit smaller here shortly. But you know, put these on those big soft plastic jerk baits, gonna get a little bit different action, gonna be able to fish them a little bit deeper, just a cool new rigging system there from Lunker City. The next one from Lunker City is actually a really cool hook as well. This is their new Texposer wide gap hook. So as you can see here, super wide gap. So, I mean, the hook is in line with the point there, so you're gonna remain completely weedless, but the extra wide gap design on this hook in particular, especially with the squared off edge, you can put a really bulky soft plastic on there and you're gonna have no problem with the bait collapsing, and you're getting plenty of hook penetration. And the other crucial part of this hook is that exaggerated Z bend up there on the shank of the hook. So that locks in your plastic, and you don't have any issues with your plastic rolling down the shank of the hook, especially when you're setting the hook or you've already caught in a few fish and it seems like every cast your plastic's getting fouled up and you're having issues with it. So you're gonna be able to catch a few more fish per bait, and it's just gonna lock them in there, and you're not gonna have as many fouling issues as you would with a normal EWG style hook. So maybe check these both out from Lunker City. Super awesome hooks. All right, next up from Depths. So we got the new Sakamata shad. So we got these in 2 models. There's a regular model and then there's a heavyweight model. So the differences between these two is the heavyweight model is just loaded with salt. So this is your, you know, soft plastic fluke style bait, and they got them in all different sizes. There's 5-inch, 6-inch, and then we have this Mondo size 8-inch. And this is the bait that was actually used to win the Sam Rayburn Bassmaster Open this year. So fishing it out deep, big 7/0 hook, you know, Texas catching big bass. You need, if you're trying to match, you know, big gizzard shad, stuff like that, 8 inches where you're gonna wanna go with. And as you can see here on the side, it's got these fins, these kind of, you know, head fins. And what this does, the differences between this and like your typical soft plastic jerkbait, when you're twitching it, getting that erratic darting action, when you pause it, they're not gonna dive head down. What that's gonna do is keep your bait level, and it's gonna fall perfectly horizontal, almost like a soft stick bait or Senko style bait. So just getting a little bit different action. You know, it's from Depths, it's high quality. They've got a bunch of cool colors and a bunch of different sizes. And like I said, if you want to run the regular version, it's going to stay up a little bit higher. It's a little bit lighter. It's better for that little, you know, higher up in the water column. If you get the heavyweight version, loaded with salt, so it's a little easier to cast. You'll be able to cast a little farther, and then it's going to stay down deeper in the water column, so you can work it a little bit quicker and then keep it down a little bit deeper as well. All right, next up, we got some new line by Suffix. This is their new Tritanium line. So this is a super abrasion resistant copolymer line. And what's cool about this is they've added a few elements in it to keep it soft, keep it smooth, and you're able to cast it a lot better than most copolymers out there. That's usually the difference when you make a line more abrasion resistant and stiffer and stronger, you're gonna lose kind of that castability and smoothness of it. Suffix is kind of balanced that out, so you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. I feel like this is gonna be great stuff for cranking over rocks, and especially deep diving crankbaits on ledges, and throwing over wood, and throwing any kind of reaction baits, spinner baits around all kinds of junk and laydowns and stuff like that, where you want that abrasion resistant line but still cast really good. This Suffix stuff is going to be the deal. Check this new line out from Suffix. All right, last up but definitely not least, we got a new reel from Okuma. This is the new Okuma Serrano reel. Right out the gate, I love the colorway on it. It's a matte black and blue finish. They got them in 2 gear ratio, 6.5 and 7.1 to 1, I believe. The handle on the side, 95 millimeter, and it's got these like golf grip style knobs on there. Really nice knobs. It's got brass gear and brass main gear and brass pinion gear, fully corrosion resistant body, aluminum spool. They got the magnetic brake system on the side, super easy to adjust, dial in your cast, and it's only 89 bucks. So you're getting a ton of features, built really well, super strong, and you're not gonna have any issues with it, corroding or anything like that. So looking for an awesome reel, under 100 bucks, gonna get a great reel from Okuma there with the Okuma Serrano. All right, that wraps it up for today. Thanks for tuning in to What's New with Tackle Warehouse. For more information or to purchase the product seen here today, make sure to click shop or the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this week's video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, let us know in the comments which one of these products you're most pumped about.